Hello and welcome to MCPE full release update for Copper 8's game drop. Now we're starting 4 new features in game drop. First, for Copper Golem, drops 1 to 3 copper ingots when killed. It can help with sorting items into chests. If it is not holding an item, it will look for a nearby copper chest and pick up items from that chest. It can pick up max 16 items in a stack at a time. Any item in a copper chest can be picked up. If it is holding an item, it will look for a nearby wooden chest to try to place the item into. It can only place an item in a chest if the chest is empty or contains the same type of item the copper golem is holding in its hand. It will visit a max of 10 copper chests when looking for items to pick up, and a max of 10 chests when looking for somewhere to put the items. If no matching chest is found, the copper golem will idle for 7 seconds before trying again. The search area for chests from the copper golem's position is horizontally 32 blocks and verticality 8 blocks. If the copper golem has fully oxidized, it will turn into a copper golem statue block. When turned into a copper golem statue block, it will freeze in a random pose. When turned into a copper golem statue, the copper golem will drop any item it may be holding. A copper golem turned into a copper golem statue will keep its name if named with a name tag. Now moving on, for copper chest. A copper chest is a new type of chest that has waxed and oxidized variants. Copper chest oxidizes over time and can be waxed like other copper blocks. Copper chest can be crafted using a chest and copper ingots. Now moving on for items like copper armor, added copper helmets, copper chest plates, copper leggings, and copper boots. Copper armor has higher durability than leather, but less than iron. Copper armor enchantability sits slightly lower than with iron. Added a copper nugget. Copper equipment turns into copper nuggets when smelted. Copper nuggets can be crafted by using a copper ingot. Added copper axes, copper hoes, copper pickaxes, copper shovels, and copper swords. Copper tools and weapons are crafted and repaired using copper ingots. They do the same amount of damage as stone but have higher durability. Copper tools works faster than stone tools, but they are slower than their iron counterparts. Copper tools have higher enchantability than diamond, but slightly less than iron. For copper bars, functions like the existing iron bars, but can be waxed, crafted from copper ingots and oxidizes over time. And 16 copper bars can be crafted using 6 copper ingots. For copper chain, functions like the existing iron chain, but can be waxed. Crafted from copper ingots and copper nuggets, and oxidizes over time. And also can be crafted using a copper ingot and 2 copper nuggets. Now moving on for copper golem statue. The black form of a copper golem oxidizes over time and can be waxed like copper blocks. Using an axe on it when it is unoxidized and unwaxed turns it back into a copper golem. When connected to a redstone comparator, the copper golem starts to block and emits a redstone signal based on its current pose. Moving on for copper lantern, crafted using copper nuggets and 1 copper torch. The lantern itself oxidizes, changing its looks as it ages, can be waxed and functionally identical to the lantern. For copper torch, a green variant of the torch crafted from a copper nuggets, coal, and stick. Functionally identical to the torch. Another for self, a new type of decorative storage block, which comes in all wood variants. Can be crafted from stripped logs. can be stored up to 3 item stacks. Interacting with a slot swaps the player's main hand item with the content of that slot, and this self displays all items it contains in front of it, similar to an item frame. When powered by redstone, the slots of the self connect together, and selves of the same type connect too, and this can be used to connect 3, 6 or 9 slots of the hotbar at a time. The last new feature is Copper Horse Armor, a new variant of Horse Armor. Has the same loot table and chance of generating as Iron Horse Armor. Has an armor value of 4 and cannot be crafted. Now starting 4 features and bug fixes in highlights. The colors now have updated icons. The goal with this is to enhance visual cohesion across the tile set, while maintaining distinct shapes to support colorblind accessibility. Copper Golem now interacts with trapped chest. Unwaxing or scraping the Copper Golem using an axe now affects the durability of the axe. Copper Golem, saved by Totem of Undying, no longer becomes passive. Copper Golem no longer continues chest interaction animation while panicking. Copper Golem now sorts differently named items of the same type together, and now sorts the same item together even when durability is different. Copper Golem now sorts bundles of the same color together. Fixes a bug where placing water from a water bucket onto a block containing another block, e.g. button or lever, will not allow the user to remove the water block afterwards. Hostile monsters now have a chance to spawn with copper armor equipped, and hostile monsters can pick up and use copper weapons and armor. Lightning rods, now oxidized like other copper blocks, and the lightning rod on the copper golem. Fix it attempting to place a painting on a block that already has a painting spamming its place sound effect even though it cannot be placed. Fix it only on oxidized lightning rods emitting a redstone signal when struck by lightning. And all lightning rods now flash white when hit by lightning like in Java Edition. Foxes now consider honey bottle to be a food item and will prioritize picking it up the same way it does other food items. Iron golems will sometimes plant a decorative flower onto a nearby copper golem. Copper doors can now be opened by villagers and copper golems. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe. And see you all to the next video, everyone.